Welcome, Mr. Dome, and welcome to this crypto update. Now, before I say anything else, I just want to address my voice, which is quite down. So, I caught some flu over the weekend, nothing too serious, but my voice is quite down and my throat is pretty dry at the moment, even though a lot of booger is coming out. It's a interesting disease, but let's get through it. Now, the second thing I want to mention is that I made a price prediction in my previous update that we would break from this trend line here. If you copied my trade on this Bitcoin price here, then you would not have entered into Bitcoin yet, because I said when Bitcoin breaches $117,900, at least on Bybit, that price never got tagged. So you would not have got into this dump here if you did copy the trade from my previous video. But my prediction was still wrong. I had hoped that we would break to the upside here. Instead, we had a short-term double top here, and then price basically flushed to the downside. So now we have had a second rejection from this trend line, or let's say a rejection from this trend line. So now we're basically looking where we will get a bounce. So my idea right now is that Bitcoin probably wants to go to 110k to basically flush out these long trades as well. It's basically on top of this support line, so that should be pretty strong. So I don't think that will be broken in one go. And from there, basically Bitcoin either will have a violent move back to the upside, or it will go sideways a little bit and then starts to look for another move out of this triangle here. Now, out of this trend line. Now, when that trend line does get broken, then I will flip bullish again. But right now, I don't really want to get into Bitcoin or even many crypto trades as of yet, because there's a high probability now, in my opinion, because we had this fake out, that we would actually go to 100k here as well to basically tag this trend line once again. That seems to me, that seems like to me that a lot of liquidity wants to be taken out of the market. People who are longing Bitcoin, and 100k just seems quite logical that it really wants to go there. I'm not saying it will, but for now, until this trend line gets broken to the upside, I'm not really that interested in Bitcoin. Now, the second thing I want to mention in this crypto update is that the narratives have now changed once again in crypto, and what worked before is currently no longer working. So what worked before is you basically invest into old altcoins like Ethereum or BNB or Solana, and that train seems to now have gone out of the window, and I think Solana is basically topping out here. Even Ethereum right now is looking like it might even flush to the downside, to be honest. So it's right above this trend line, this support line here, and is finding a base there. So let's see if it will have a bounce to the upside or not. But visiting this yellow trend line at $3,800 seems like well, that Ethereum would like to go there as well. But I'm not expecting explosive growth on Ethereum as of now. So better bets, in my opinion, are some other altcoins, except these dinosaur large cap altcoins on the market. And right now, what we are seeing is basically Binance doing what Binance usually does. So you are seeing coins listed on Binance Alpha. So how you would access these coins is you go to the trade section here and you click Alpha. And these are basically new coins, and none of these coins really have any business yet. So these are all hype coins. And when you get listed on Binance Alpha, you basically have to allocate some of your allocation to the Binance team, and then the founders basically dump on the traders when they get listed on here on Binance Alpha. So this is an absolute money-making machine for the Binance team, and obviously the teams that have their tokens listed here. But many times when a coin is listed here, as you can see, Aster, this had quite a bit of hype over at X, and when it got listed on 19th of September, the price basically is up 4x from here. And right now, I'm not interested in this coin at all, but I'm just showing you as an example that this is basically where all of the action is right now with crypto. There's no action on chain anywhere. There's no action with even like medium cap altcoins. Most of the action right now is on Binance Alpha, and this is not exactly what I wanted from crypto, but this is what we currently have. Another coin that did very well was something called Stable, STBL, and this got listed basically at $0.01. So now the price is up basically 30 something X from the listing price. And Stable, this coin, this is made by the creator or founder of Tether. And they say that this is going to be a stablecoin 2.0 that is going to be like a synthetic where you own your crypto and you can earn these stable coins when you lock them in. It just sounded to me like a I didn't look into the details yet, but as of now, they have made zero revenue. But the market cap, fully diluted market cap of Stable, is now basically $4 billion. And that is a lot more than the circulating market cap, which is under $200 million. So 95% of the supply is basically still locked. And you can guess what will happen to this price when there will be another unlock. So insiders make a lot of money from here, but if you scout these alpha coins early, then you might actually make decent profits. Now, not every single altcoin here has a great start. For example, here is an altcoin called Riva. Now, sure, the price basically tanked from $3 to 60 cents, so that's like a minus 80% from pretty much the early trades. But from that low, the price basically went up 3x. So this is where most of the volatility with crypto is at the moment. So if you want to trade these listings here, there's almost a new listing every single day. And I don't really know. I don't have a strategy that I can give you guys as of now. I'm just telling you guys that this is now basically the where most of the action with crypto is at the moment. And seems like there's potential to make some gains here if you find a decent one, but like Froggy seems to be just a meme coin as of now. I don't know why Merle is still here in alpha. Merle is a very old coin from it's basically a layer 2 for Bitcoin. So I haven't vetted all of these coins here, so not sure what all of these are about. But a lot of action currently happening with Binance Alpha, and for let's say Stable, I was looking at this coin, and I actually bought it here at 19 cents, and then the price started to go down. I sold it at 16 cents, and then when it dropped to 13 cents, I saw this bottoming out. I thought, okay, let me try it. So I bought it at 13 cents back, and then the price went to 21 cents. So that's where I sold it. So it has gone up dramatically since 21 cents already, but I basically had no hope. It was basically a triple top here. So I was like, okay, let me get out of here and wait for lower prices. Now, I would not enter into Stable because they do not have a business, but if it goes basically back to 13 cents, then I might buy back into Stable. So that's just a quick idea there. But I will have to look into these. Let me know in the comments if you have more of these. And by the way, I do have a Discord group which is completely free, and people are now looking into this Binance Alpha and discussing and sharing trade ideas about Binance Alpha. So if you want to join that group, there's a link in the description, and you're welcome to join and talk about Binance Alpha and anything about crypto. Then I do want to talk about Tron network a little bit because the fundamentals for Tron seem to have changed. So Tron is a deflationary coin. because they burn the trading fees. Or some of the trading fees, and because of that we have seen basically over 2 years Tron supply diminishing and diminishing and diminishing. But basically starting of August we have started to see increased amounts of Tron. And what is the reason for this increase? The answer is they have lowered trading fees. So the system is similar like Ethereum, where new Tron tokens are created continuously, but if the trading fees are high enough, then because of the burn mechanism, it can become deflationary. So that's basically what happened here. And then when they lowered trading fees, and then we have started to see more Tron coins being basically added into the market. Now, I do want to mention another thing that got me a little bit alarmed, which is the total USDT supply on Tron network, because we saw that it was 82 billion USDT on running on Tron network, and it actually got 4 billion USDT got taken out of the supply, which is 5%. So I'm currently vigilantly looking if they will do another burn of USDT out of Tron network, because this is not the direction I want it to go. I want to see a continuous minting of USDT on Tron network, because when we go and take a look at tether.to, you can see previously Tron was actually #1 chain with USDT, but now a lot of USDT is flowing over to Ethereum. So currently there's 92 billion USDT on Ethereum and only 78 billion in Tron network as of now. And it seems like there's a almost $3 billion of USDT, which is currently not utilized by the Tron network. So we could see another $2 billion leaving the circulating supply of USDT on Tron network. So Tron network seems to be going down, which is not what I want as an investor of Tron token, but I just wanted to share with you guys that that is currently happening. Now, to contrast this, sorry about that. When we take a look at, sorry, when we take a look at the trading volume of USDT over Tron network, this trend is still pretty nice. So $27 billion worth of USDT transfers in one single day, and at the peak here, $37 billion worth of USDT. So a lot of transaction volume, except over the weekends, the transaction volume basically drops down to $10 billion on a daily basis. So that's still a lot of utilization, but this is not the trend I want to see on Tron. So keep an eye on this if you are a Tron investor like myself. If this continues and more USDT is leaving Tron network, then I might actually sell my my Tron token. So that's basically what I got towards. Now, looking into fundamentals of Bitcoin, still on Google Trends, there's absolutely no interest in for the retail investors. In fact, the interest has gone even lower. And earlier today, I saw the term crypto at value 9 already, which is absolutely extremely low. So retail investors are basically out of the market still. And when we take a look at ETFs, we saw quite a bit of selling from both Ethereum, negative $76 million, and Bitcoin, negative $360 million. So quite a bit of selling by the ETFs over the last basically Monday. And then when we take a look at Ethereum strategic reserve, Bitmain immersion has clutched in a 264,000 Ethereum purchase, which is a lot more than they had bought within the last month or so. So that is a huge positive signal that markets might actually have a rebound, and we might go over the trend line there, and then the markets may continue to the upside. So this is nice to see that institutions mostly still continue to accumulate, even though the ETFs have started to sell a little bit. And when I take a look at Bitcoin in treasury companies and ETFs put together, there's an increase of 20,000 Bitcoin into these entities. And there's one more company here in doing the Bitcoin strategic reserve strategy. So that's the increase from last update. Now looking on-chain data, we have seen a lot of Bitcoin leaving exchanges lately. This is fundamentally nice to see, but at these lows, we did see a blip to the upside. Also, when I was making this video, I saw this. So when I take when you look at this peak price here, there was 18,000 Bitcoin, which haven't been moved for over 3 years. That got basically moved on September 19th. So this basically signaled that it's likely that Bitcoin actually will go to the downside further. So someone took profits during this period here. So overall, there's still accumulation going on, even though we saw this blip of Bitcoin entering back into exchanges. So accumulation I see going on. Looking at the stablecoin market cap, it's now $249 billion, which is roughly an increase of $1.5 billion since basically last week. About $1.5 billion increase from my last update. So that is nice to see some profit taking. So overall, the fundamentals still look okay to me. But obviously, when we see a lot of large whales basically selling at the same time as institutions are buying, that creates a little bit of volatility as well. So looking at short-term fundamentals, we have this massive liquidation zone right below the recent low of $107,000. So this here is basically now calling for Bitcoin price to basically drop over here. So I cannot discount that at all. We have another liquidation zone basically right above 120K or right towards 120K. So it's forming there. That's nice to see as well. But this here is just absolute bright yellow at $107,000. So it's quite likely that Bitcoin will actually go there. But one good thing I see on the markets here is when I take a look at aggregated spot order book depth, I'm seeing some buyers basically entering into order books. So the delta was a positive $79 million on the spot markets. But when we hop over to futures markets, we're starting to see a lot of sell pressure even at this low. So the delta here is on the futures market negative $400 million. So that is quite a bit of sell pressure coming from the futures market. So right now what it tells me is that because of all of the liquidations that we have here, traders are basically now expecting to liquidate these longs, and the longs have to basically close down their positions, and at the same time we're seeing short traders basically piling on, basically trying to push the price there. So it's just highly likely that Bitcoin will go to at least 107K in the short term. Now, it's not necessary, but if that happens, I would expect that Ethereum actually drops to $3,800. So I'm expecting more dips since we didn't get the breakout on Bitcoin. So let me go back to the charts here. So now when we take all of that information back together and I will show you the $107,000 price level, that would actually be right here. And that would be a little bit of like in the middle of everything. So it's hard for me to see that Bitcoin would have a bounce from 107K yet. Like, sure, it could have a bounce up here, but then it's likely that it would actually want to go even further down. afterwards, because this is just an annoying place to have a bounce. So I don't think that will be the low for Bitcoin. It's just much more likely that we basically follow this trend line and have a bounce somewhere along this trend line. At these crossroads here would be a nice area to have that bounce. So that's basically my expectation as of now. Basically the same thing we saw here is that we had this trend line here, and when you just continue this trend line to the upside here, this basically marked the low for Bitcoin, and then we finally had the moves to the upside. That seems to be kind of what will happen with Bitcoin as well. So 100k could happen, 107k is likely we have some kind of a reaction from there because of all of the liquidations, but then 100k seems to be quite likely. Now, none of this is currently a certainty. So if you want to trade these markets, just have some caution. Now, what I just said will completely get invalidated if Bitcoin just goes basically above this trend line here, and then it's just a different story once again, because then we might actually start to see some violent moves to the upside. But as of now, since we had this reaction to the downside, I kind of expect that the momentum will continue and we will liquidate those long positions, and then we go back to the upside. That's pretty much everything I had for today's update for you guys. I hope you liked this video. Now, if you want to trade on Binance or any other market, make sure to use my affiliate links in the description. It helps out this channel and keeps me more motivated to create content for you guys as well. That's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one, and bye bye.